Here on Best Dishes, we're saying, meet us in Savannah, y'all. I got the meat, girls. Look at this meat right here. Dustin Walls, general manager of the Lady and Sons, is helping me make some of our restaurant's favorites. Starting with roasted fingerling potatoes. I adore roasted vegetables, y'all. And then Southern-style steaks with gorgonzola butter.
Butter.
Butter?
That's all I gotta say.
Then we're gonna be mixing up our Lady and Son salad that we're topping with our homemade blue cheese dressing. Finally, my specialty from my days in the kitchen, a volcano cake as hot as lava. Here's to meet you in Savannah, baby.
Right.
Dustin is a wonderful cook. He started out in the restaurant, y'all, cooking hoe cakes. I'm so proud of this young man. Dustin is like the third Deen son. If you ever have a problem in that restaurant, you just call him. Isn't that right?
I'm there every day.
So let's get started on the first dish, the roasted fingerling potatoes.
All right, Paula, I'm cutting up this onion, and I'm gonna ask you to have those fingerling potatoes.
We got a little fennel here.
As well, we're gonna slice that up.
Love fennel. It's like a big old ball of licorice, y'all.
Yeah.
We've got about 3 pounds of fingerling potatoes. They're kind of a gourmet potato, y'all.
And we're also sauteing some bacon. We cut the bacon into 1/2-inch little slivers. We're gonna use all that bacon juice and just mix it all together. Just how you like it. Just how you like it.
Dustin used that whole pound of bacon, y'all. So how's things going at the restaurant?
We're staying steady. The boys are there about every day, which is
Good,
great.
good. You keep those boys to working,
I
Dustin.
try,
You
I
keep them
try.
straight, okay? God knows Mama needs all the help she can get. And little Jack takes up a lot of Jamie's time.
He's good looking. I remember the first day I saw him, I was like, well, that's my new boss. Goo goo gaga, that's all he had to say. And I was like,
Goo goo gaga.
yes, sir, I'm on it.
Tell me what to do, honey.
Put those potatoes in the bowl.
Okie doke.
Add
And,
one onion sliced.
Okay.
And we gotta slice that fennel too.
Oh, okay.
And if you want, because this won't take long, we can go ahead and put that bacon grease in there and toss it all together. Let's do that.
See why I love my baby boy. He's after Paula's heart.
Bacon grease, come on.
Look at that. Okay, there you go. Now pour every bit of it
That's
over
what
in
we
there.
want, and we're done with that pan. Here,
You want me to kind of toss these?
it. And here's some fennel.
Okay. And you just kind of did that like you would an onion.
There we go.
Smells so good.
Yep, that's looking good.
Those are nice and coated.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
You can add a little salt and pepper.
So we're gonna roast these, you
Yep,
say?
we're gonna roast them for about 40 minutes at 450 degrees.
This is wonderful. I adore roasted vegetables, y'all. Oh, Dustin.
It's looking good.
Uh-huh. All right, so you want to put that in the oven?
Yes, ma'am.
And then tell us what you plan to cook next, Dustin.
We're gonna do a southern style steak today, and we're gonna top it off with caramelized onions and a gorgonzola butter. Now we're gonna caramelize these onions for about 20 minutes till they're nice and brown.
Okay, and it's gonna like bring out the sweetness. When you caramelize those, y'all, you would swear that these onions are grown in sugar instead of salt.
So delicious. I'm gonna slice 4 Vidalia onions.
Okay.
We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter.
Okay, I'll be the judge of
Yeah,
that.
you can be the judge of that. You got the best eye. We get so many people to talk about our steaks. People know us for the southern home
Collard
cooking that
greens
you
and
make
fried
and you've made
chicken.
famous. But our steaks, I have so many people that say they're the best they've eaten. Great cut of meat, prepared perfect.
They're so shocked, y'all.
Cut it with a fork.
So we're gonna let these caramelize for about 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes. So let's start next with Lady and Son's favorites, is blue cheese dressing.
It is.
One that you made
it
famous.
is. I'm telling you, I wish I could figure out how we could bottle this, Dustin.
Me too. But it's gotta be homemade. It's just.
It's got to be homemade.
It's so good.
So tell me the measurements,
3/4 cup of mayo.
and I'll just eyeball that. Do you want a good premium mayonnaise?
Let's do 3 tablespoons of sour cream.
Yeah, you don't want much sour cream. You want the sour cream to help make it creamy, but you don't want that flavor to
Right,
come through.
correct.
So just a little bit. All right, now how much lemon juice, Dustin?
I'm just gonna use half a lemon. All right, we're gonna do a pinch of your silly salt.
Our silly salt, y'all, is a seasoning that I love to use in cold things like dressings, chicken salad, shrimp salad.
Correct.
And, you know, it's a combination of spices and some garlic powder.
Yeah, we're gonna do a teaspoon.
Alrighty. We call our dressing a blue cheese dressing, but blue cheese is very, very strong. So trying to please people across the board, over the years, they have changed it in the kitchen to gorgonzola.
Yeah.
And gorgonzola is a mild blue cheese.
Still delicious.
You see, it looks like blue cheese, but it's just not as hard hitting.
We're gonna put about 8 ounces.
About 8 ounces. Now we're gonna put some red wine vinegar. Now how much?
2 tablespoons should be about right.
And a little buttermilk. I like buttermilk better than I do plain milk. You know, because buttermilk's thicker.
And that flavor is a little bit more strong too.
I'm not gonna put but a drop because we're making a very, very small amount here. How much do we usually make it?
We make it every morning about 5 gallons of blue cheese
do you
dressing,
think they like
fresh. And we run out at the end of the night, every night.
No,
yes,
you don't mean it. I like to take the spatula and mash that cheese up in it. And that causes the flavor to explode into your ingredients quicker.
And last, we're just gonna hit it with a pinch of cracked pepper.
And I'll take over the stirring.
There you go.
That's perfect. I got to stick my finger in here and just see if we're on the money, y'all.
Sure, perfect. Oh yeah, perfect.
We're on the money.
Yep. For sure.
Gosh, it's so good. Coming up, we are cooking some fabulous steaks, y'all, with a tasty gorgonzola butter. And then we're pulling together a salad to dress with our creamy blue cheese dressing. I'm about to swallow my tongue, y'all. And later, we're bringing back an old favorite. It's my famous volcano cake, y'all. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. So, look at these steaks Dustin's brought in. Good job, baby.
Thank you, thank you.
Look at those beautiful tenderloins. I love tenderloin. No wonder you can eat them with a fork.
Exactly.
This is a fine quality steak.
What we're gonna do is a southern steak, and we're gonna top that off with our caramelized onions and gorgonzola butter. It's gonna be good.
Does that sound delicious or what, y'all? And sometimes I think less is more.
Correct.
So what do you think about just salt and peppering them?
Yep, just a little salt and pepper should do it.
And I kind of like to, you know, press the seasonings in. Salt, pepper, and butter.
Can't go wrong.
All you need to make a fabulous steak.
Cannot go wrong with that combination. And I'm finishing off these caramelized onions.
All right, now let's talk about temperatures a little bit, Dustin. You're like Michael, you like yours kind of on the rare side.
Yes, ma'am.
I like mine on the medium rare side. So what do you recommend the cooking time be for a rare steak?
For me, I do mine about 3 to 4 minutes on each side.
Okay.
And then we'll pick it up to about 4 to 6 minutes for the medium rare.
Now I'm just gonna spray our grill with a little nonstick spray. So how about if I put mine on first?
Sounds good. Let's do that.
And then hopefully we'll have a medium rare steak and a steak that's more rare. So I'll start making our gorgonzola butter.
Yep, now I'm gonna start our salad. We're just gonna do some wild greens, half a red onion, and we got some peppers, which you can get any pepper you like. And you're just gonna clean those real good, slice them into little rings, and then we're gonna put it all together with our mixed greens.
You could use really anything that you liked, couldn't you? Compound butters are so easy to make, y'all. Don't ever miss the opportunity to just bring your dish up a little bit with some butter. Okay, so I'm gonna take 1 stick of butter that is at room temperature. And what do you think, Dustin, on the gorgonzola?
3 tablespoons, or really just however much you like.
Okay, so just a couple. And I'm just take a fork and I'm just gonna work that cheese into that butter. We make a lot of butters at the restaurant. We make crab butters.
So good.
We make sweet butters. We make savory butters. You just put the flavors that you like and work them into the butter. All right, Dustin, I'm gonna add your steak now, okay?
Sounds good, that's perfect.
What I'm gonna do is stick this into the refrigerated drawer so it can chill.
Sounds good.
While we're getting everything else ready.
Stir these onions and clean these peppers.
So right in there it goes. Gorgonzola butter, y'all.
You stir those onions for me?
I will stir those onions. You know, and it may take longer than 20 minutes, depending on how many you're doing and how big your pot is. But those are sweating down pretty good. All right, now I'm just gonna kind of take my steak and I'm gonna turn it that way so I can get my grill marks in a cross formation. I am a big advocate of only turning a steak one time.
Me too, that's key.
I like to seal it on one side and seal it on the other.
Yep.
There's different methods that you can use to see if your steak is the right temperature. My favorite method, Dustin, is the old hand way. You would start with a real loose fist and mash right there in the fatty part of your hand. That is what a rare steak feels like.
Yep, sure is.
Do you
I learned
agree?
that method the first time I started cooking.
Then you tighten your hand a little bit more. That's the feel of a medium rare. You tighten it a little bit more. That's the feeling of a medium steak. You make a fist hard as you can. That's a well done.
It's over.
Which don't fool with that. Don't fool with a well done steak. If you're gonna eat a well done steak, have a hamburger.
Exactly.
It's a lot cheaper. All right, look at this, y'all. Look at those beautiful grill marks. I think that's probably ready to turn for you. I didn't cook it too long.
No, ma'am. It's gonna be perfect.
I'll get our potatoes while you're finishing that.
Sounds good.
These look delicious.
Oh, those are beautiful.
It's kind of roasted down.
So good.
Look at that.
Now we're just gonna take that bacon we sauteed earlier, mix it all in.
Drum roll.
Drum roll.
It's all you.
I'm just gonna use it all. Because you can never have too much bacon.
No. Oh, those are not hot.
No, I got cook hands. These ain't hot, you know.
You know, our hands do get really tough in the restaurant business.
I think that's about
That
good.
looks delicious, yes. Y'all don't go anywhere, because I am looking forward to wrapping my lips around that steak. Coming up next, we're finally gonna dive into this meal.
Butter.
Butter?
That's all I gotta say.
Then, y'all, we're making my favorite dessert, volcano cake. And later, a special topping that's just gonna melt in your mouth. I so want to just give y'all a bite. I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. Hey, welcome back. Today, I'm in the kitchen with the GM of the Lady and Sons, Dustin Walls. Yeah. Dustin has put us together a fabulous meal, and I'm gonna give you the honors of plating this, okay?
Get up some of those caramelized onions.
I'm about to swallow my tongue, y'all.
That beautiful butter you made.
Yes.
I'm gonna do kind of a big
Yeah.
because that's gonna be the best part.
I'm gonna move mine
potatoes.
out of the way, and I'll
Sounds
come
good.
down here and I'll dress our salad. Oh, and Dustin, I found you some candied walnuts.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
You know, I can't operate a kitchen without nuts.
Gotta have them.
I'll get me a little salad.
Give me some of these potatoes.
Oh, Dustin. All I can think of is this fabulous piece of meat. Look at that.
Perfect.
I'm gonna make sure I smear some butter on that
You
piece.
got to have some butter. Butter.
Butter?
That's all I gotta say.
Butter?
Butter.
I love those little fingerling potatoes. And how about the salad? Love the purple onion.
I'm gonna take a Jamie Deen bite, it looks like. Looking pretty good.
I guess he learned it from his mother. Well, Dustin, I could throw my face down in that plate. not bring it up until the plate was clean, but we got a dessert to make, son.
Let's do it.
This volcano cake was one of my specialties at the Lady and Sons. I've got an old 13 by 9 by 2 pan. Would you spray that for me?
Will.
This is like our gooey butter cakes. You know, you can really shake this up and make so many different flavors. I'm gonna start with a German chocolate cake mix. And Dustin, if you would just kind of help me throw everything in.
Yes, ma'am. Just tell me what to do.
We're just gonna mix this up just like the directions tell us to on the box.
Okay.
3 eggs, a little oil, and water.
Okay.
And if you would just whip that up. Now, to my pan, I'm gonna add 1 cup of sweetened coconut flakes. And you see I'm just eyeballing it, but I'm just gonna make sure it covers the bottom of our pan. Now, on top of our coconut, I'm gonna use a cup of pecans. And you can change this up. You can use walnuts, almonds, you know, the nut of your choice. Really does not matter. All right, so Dustin, that looks perfect.
Good.
Here's the kicker, y'all. We are fixing to fold into this cake a little bite-sized candy that, please have one. It's one of my favorites. It's got an almond in the center and coconut all underneath it, but you can use any kind of candy bar you like. So we just stir those in, just fold them in. This is about 10 little bite-sized pieces. How simple and easy can you get? So just pour that over there, and then I'm gonna be getting up the rest of our ingredients because we've got a little something special that we're gonna dollop on top of that mix.
Oh, I remember that little
You
dollop.
remember that little dollop?
I do. My belly remembers it anyways.
All right, I've got 1 8-ounce package of softened cream cheese. I'm gonna use the same beaters. I'm not even
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna take a stick of
whip it
butter.
for you again.
That would be great. And I'm gonna throw in 2 cups of 4X, 10X sugar, confectionate sugar. So just beat the heck out of it, honey.
I'm going all the way.
I can't tell y'all how much you're gonna love this recipe. That looks perfect. Grab you a spoon, and we're just gonna take dollops of this, y'all. Now, we don't wanna cover this up because when this cake bakes, it is gonna sink down in the spots that we've put the cream cheese, and it's gonna look like craters, hence the volcano cake. Y'all have got to bring it back. This is one of those that I used to make all the time when I was back in the kitchen
But you
cooking.
made it best.
Look at that.
That's one.
So I'm gonna put this in our oven, y'all. We're gonna bake this for about 40 or 45 minutes on 350 degrees. When we come back, you won't find this in the recipes in the cookbook, but I'm gonna take it to one more level, and we are gonna be so happy.
My belly can't wait.
Coming up next, we're bringing this cake over the top with a treat you don't wanna miss.
Wow. Good gosh. You can stick your face in that for sure.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. You know, I didn't tell anybody in the cookbook, and I don't know why, but I always like to put a chocolate glaze on our volcano cakes. So we're just melting half a stick of butter here. Now, you could do this in a mixing bowl, never even involving heat. But I love cooking mine on top of the stove because that takes this chocolate glaze to like a fudge level. Next, I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. So if you would take your little whisk, and I'm gonna bring this to a boil, y'all, and I'm just gonna eyeball the milk. I'm probably gonna use about 1/2 cup, and I'm gonna make this thinner because I want it to just pour over our cake. I don't wanna have to take a knife and spread it. If it's a little too thick, then we'll just add a little bit more milk. All right, now I'm gonna start adding some confectionate sugar, and once again, I'm not gonna really measure. And I think these are 1/4 cups.
4 cups?
I don't know. We'll put a little bit more. I used about 1.5 cups of confectioner's sugar. I wouldn't recommend putting more than 3 cups in, though.
All right.
I'm gonna add just a little bit of almond extract. Now this is a very strong flavoring, y'all.
Smell it immediately.
Smell it immediately. You don't want it to overpower, so I'm gonna add probably like a half a teaspoon. So let's take the cake out of the oven, Dustin. You see how it's got little holes in it? It's pulling away from the edges of the pan with us. So all we're gonna do while that cake is nice and hot,
Smells good.
just pour that beautiful glaze on top. That almond flavoring just really gives it a little kick. There we go.
I'm so ready to eat that cake.
What a perfect ending to a delicious meal that you've prepared for us, Dustin. It's hot, it's steaming.
That's ridiculous.
I know, look at that cream cheese oozing out. I think I might need this spatula to just kind of coats that out.
Oh, look at that.
But look
Just
at
melting. Yep.
This is straight out of the oven hot, and I recommend y'all letting it cool, but I couldn't do that. You can put a little fresh cream topping on it. Look at it, it's melting off. Look at that.
Wow.
Dustin, I have never eaten a volcano
Right
cake.
out of the oven?
No, not right out of the oven.
Let's do it. Cheers.
Here's to meet you in Savannah, baby.
That's right. Wow. Good gosh. You can stick your face in that for sure.
Oh, I so want to just look down that camera and give y'all a bite.
Oh, y'all are missing out.
Oh. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if y'all enjoyed this week's full episode Friday, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, friends.